I want to share. What happened a few years ago. I was watching one of our sons play soccer. It was an inter-school soccer match, and I was watching one of the plays in the middle of the soccer match, and I noticed that one of our sons, who will remain nameless, he was playing in the position of a central striker at the time, and he passed the ball out to the winger, who was running up the wing at the time, and our son then slowed down as if he was giving up. And I remember shouting to him that he should run and get into space, because I could see that the wing might want to cross to him so that he can score. And he'd stopped moving quickly. He was kind of like hanging back now. And I could see by the slant of his shoulders that there was unbelief that was setting in. He didn't believe that there was even going to be an opportunity for him to score. He didn't think it would happen. And of course it didn't happen, because when the wing got there was no one to pass the ball to, and there was no goal that happened. And at that moment, the Holy Spirit whispered to my heart, and he said to me this. He said, when you believe, it positions you aright for the next move. When you believe, it positions you aright for the next move. The fact is that if my son at that time in that play had believed that there was a possibility that they might score, if he would have run up, he would have run into space, he would have positioned himself to make the goal a possibility, but he didn't believe. And because he didn't believe, he wasn't positioned aright. And so because he didn't believe and wasn't positioned aright, the goal was an impossibility. And it's such an apt picture of the importance of understanding what God is doing and understanding seasons. And I love how God the Father speaks, and he spoke to me so clearly and showed me the consequences of unbelief. And he showed me that whilst he showed me the consequences of unbelief, whilst showing me that belief doesn't mean you have to live in an unrealistic world. Right positioning in our hearts causes right positioning of ourselves, which opens up the next move. And that is why understanding what God is doing in terms of seasons is so important.